This is a supreme honor for me just to be here right now with the people who stand here, for all people who are disenfranchised, who are second-class citizens. And so all I can tell you is that with the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military, we must remember and remind ourselves we still got a long way to go. We have a Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy on Wall Street. We have a Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in our churches. We have a Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in our political parties. We have a Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in our hearts, in our minds, in our schools, in our families, and it is now time to abolish that Don't Ask, Don't Tell now and forever. No government can do this work for us. Nobody can tell us exactly how it's done, and when we were fighting to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, they gave us the same criticisms that they give us here, that we were disorganized or chaotic, that it was not our time, that we need to speak more softly, that we should do our work in suits and ties and double Windsor knots. But I stand before you today to tell you the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell is more than just the repeal for one particular community. When we struggle for justice, we do not struggle for just us. And on the streets, we say three words that were inspired by Reverend Ralph Abernathy, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Those three words: I am somebody. I deserve full equality. Right here, right now, I am somebody. Will you say it along with me? I am somebody. I am somebody. I deserve full equality. Right here, right now, I am somebody. You are somebody. We are somebody. If you believe it, then you'll say it loud enough that somebody else can hear you, because when we say I am somebody, it's not for I, it's not for me. It doesn't end in a vacuum. It spreads and echoes to the next movement, and it teaches everybody else. If gay people, who are the most discriminated citizens in this country, willing to die for America but unable to marry in America, if we are able to shout on the White House fence, "Chained to justice," if we're able to say, "I am somebody," then we put you on notice. What's your excuse, and what are you waiting for? So say it with me, loud enough, so they can hear you on Wall Street, so they can hear you in Iraq and Afghanistan and all around the world, so that the people of Arab Spring, the people of the labor movement, the people who have immigrated here will hear you. Say it loud enough with me. I am somebody. I am somebody. I deserve full equality. Right here. Right now. I am somebody. You are somebody. We are somebody. We are the 99%. We will not disappear. I stand with you now, today, forever. We are the 99%. We are somebody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chad. Well, right now, we're just going to go straight into our agenda, and I'd like to invite all committees that have any updates or announcements. And this is just a call for committees that are making updates and announcements to the General Assembly. No proposals at this time, please. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elise Whitaker, and I am on Actions Committee, and I've got a number of updates for you, including a reminder that tomorrow we have a march at noon to the Bank of America. Yeah, it's really exciting. We're going to be meeting at the southwest corner, which is yonder corner over there, around like 11:50 with signs and gear and all that good stuff. Going to be marching to Bank of America, staging a little rally on the sidewalk there, showing them what's what, and then coming back. So again, that is at noon tomorrow. Additionally, we could use some more volunteers to make sure that goes smoothly. So, Steve, are you in a place? Oh, okay. So if you'd be willing to volunteer to help sort of coordinate some of those extraneous things that get needed at marches, please see Steve. Now we're at the end of the GA. Also, I'd like to remind you during that march, we do not have a permit for it. This is a sidewalk march, so please, please, please remain on the sidewalk and obey all traffic regulations and rules and don't walk signs. Second, I'd like to remind you tomorrow's action meeting will be at 4 p.m. on the North Stairs. Please join us, it's a lot of fun. Next, Art Walk is tomorrow at 6 for any and all who'd like to go. Friday, we're going on that Hotel Bel Air action with the workers and solidarity and all that good stuff. So we are going to be, they are sending us 2 buses that will arrive here at 3:30 on Friday. We should have a couple people camping out with us from Unite here tonight. I don't know if they're here yet, but they'll be around with clipboards and sign-up sheets if you'd like to go ahead and commit to going now. Otherwise, you don't have to. You can just join us on Friday. But if you want to get a size of numbers, they'll be around. It's going to be a really fun march, so join us. And finally, reminder that Saturday is our huge Global Day of Action. That's going to be ginormous, and there's marches, and there's going to be music, and it's going to be phenomenal. At the same time as actions all around the planet with other occupied movements. So we'll have details and flyers to come very, very soon. In the meantime, tell your friends. That's all.
My name is Raul Garcia. I'm with the Indigenous Committee, and I just wanted to remind everybody what we had voted on. It was approved and everything. We're supposed to have an activity for the Indigenous recognition of the non-Columbus Day, because this was something that happened, and Columbus did not discover America. To let everybody know, we do have a presentation at 12 o'clock, and I'm sorry if it conflicts with if there's a conflict with anything else, but this was approved and this was gone through a long process, and now I understand that there's something else. So we're going to have activity at 12 o'clock and a presentation by one of the recognized persons from the Tongva Nation. We are on Tongva land. So we want to explain all those things to you so you can understand who the Indigenous people are. Thank you. And then we have another presentation with the Leonard Peltier group. If I can have the Leonard Peltier, please. What we're trying to do is get a petition. This is not a proposal because it'll be railroaded. So we have a petition that's going to be coming out, and if people would like to sign for the release of Leonard Peltier, we will be having a petition coming around. So if people are okay with that, even if you're not, it's not a demand, it's a request. Okay? Thank you very much. And okay, here's the person with the petition. If you could raise your hand, raise your flag. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much. So I only have one other person from another committee. If your committee needs to make an announcement or an update, please come up to the stage right now. Thank you.
I'm with the Occupation Communication Committee. Right now we're very small. We only have 4 members. We're trying to build bridges across the different occupations. So I'm going to be hanging out underneath that tree afterwards if you want to come get in touch with me. And if you are keeping tabs on another city, have been watching their occupation develop, get in touch with me. We love to hear stories about our prosperity. I have an announcement from the Occupation OC is going to be planting roots on Saturday, October 15th. So we're going to have another Southern California occupation very soon. I have 2 updates from Occupation San Diego. They have been encountering a couple of problems, and I think that we should just critically reflect on them, not in GA, but in conversations with one another. One is that they've been limited to have only 100 tents, and I think this is a travesty, and that their right to assemble should be maintained, so we might want to discuss that. As well, unfortunately, and this is going to be very bad news for some people, there was a death at Occupation San Diego on Monday. It was a person who had joined up with the occupation who had apparently fallen off of a parking structure while hanging a banner. So be very, very careful if you are climbing these trees to hang anything. I asked for a 30-second moment of silence to recognize the contribution that person has made to the movement. Thank you.
All right, I'm just going to make one last call for committees, and then I'd like any affinity groups that have any announcements or updates. Yeah. Oh, one more.
Hey guys. Hey guys, this is Jeff with the Civic Engagement Committee. Just a really quick announcement. One of the things we want to do is we want to make sure that for every single city council meeting that we have a Occupy LA presence there. So what I'm asking is anyone who would be willing to attend a city council meeting, please come contact me. You can email me at occupylacivic-engagement@gmail.com. And also you can, we have meetings every 6:30 p.m. Every night on the west side steps on Spring Street. So I heard that there was a resolution that was passed today. So is there anyone here who was actually there who would want to speak on that and give us an update? Because anyone? You want to go? Here.
So I spoke during the public speaking session on Resolution 33. It is in solidarity with our movement and with the Occupy Together movement, and it also is trying to push forward banking regulation in our city. In order for the banking regulation part of it to actually move through the committee that is headed by Parks, we really do need you at their committee meetings in addition to the city council meetings. And the other thing that I brought up is that the City Council already passed a resolution supporting ending the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and bringing the money home to the needs of our cities. So my request was for them to use their resolutions to, in the LA legislative office in DC, as a way of moving forward and elevating the voices of the 99%. I also called them out because the council member Perry and Mayor Villaraigosa's office got a community redevelopment block grant of $1 million to bring in architecture firms headquarters to LA from Santa Monica. Thank you.
And also I'm with the Social Services Committee. Just really quick, as I said, I want to have people that are willing to sit, listen to issues. I want to give a little bit more because there was a little bit of confusion. One of the reasons I started this was I was on the We Are the 99% Tumblr, which I recommend all you guys seeing. But there were these heartbreaking stories about people about why they're here. But what I realized is in these heartbreaking stories, there was actual government assistance for these people if they actually knew about it. And so what I want to do is I want to be able to show and help people find this assistance. So it's therapy, but it's also economic assistance and any kind of assistance we can give them. So if you're willing to listen to people, as I said, email me, occupylasocialservices@gmail.com, and we have a meeting 6 p.m. on the West Side Steps. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now we're going to move on to affinity groups. Okay, great. So,
name's Gary. I'm a homeless American residing in the 9001 zip code, colloquially known as Skid Row. We're forming an affinity group. It's going to be LA CAN. We'll be passing out some literature and representing and informing people about our interests. It's an excellent organization. Passing out some literature about the history of Skid Row and the problems we've had with the City Council, Mayor, and LAPD. One thing we'd like to get out there as soon as possible is that Skid Row is a dumping ground for over half of the prisoners released from the California correctional system. That creates a lot of problems because there aren't enough resources to take care of their needs. We also are a dumping ground for mentally ill people that have some pretty serious issues to deal with. If one of them wanders up here, and they already have and they will, please do not approach them or attempt to interact in any way. Conduct that you may consider peaceful and they can interpret as aggressive. So keep that in mind. Contact security. We've been over different procedures that can be used to disarm that type of situation. Please do not try to handle that yourself. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jesse James. I'm here with Keeping It Real.
Keeping it real!
I got my buddy Froggy here who has a really great idea about how to expand occupation.
What's up, everybody? My name is Froggy, and I want to make an announcement. Me and a couple of my boys, we starting a Occupy the Hood committee. We taking this movement to the hood and trying to bring the hood over here. And right now there's a lot of assumptions and a lot of words being spread about what's going on here to back to the hood. And I'm telling you, they're not all true. Some of them are, but they're not all true. But regardless of fact, I'm not going to talk about our differences. I'm trying to talk about the things we have in common, especially this capitalist system. And a lot of us been part of this lower percent for a long time. So I'm just glad a lot of you guys got our back. So we're trying to come over here and unite and expand. So I just want to make that announcement real quick.
When are you meeting?
We're gonna be meeting from 6 to 7. We're gonna meet up right here, like in the stairs, try to get a little crowd together. So before this, so if you guys are interested, we'll be right here starting tomorrow from 6 to 7.
Alright guys, we got one more really short announcement. I don't know if anyone got this camping warning announcement on the South Lawn today, but if you live on the South Lawn, we're going to have a meeting with everyone who lives here about what exactly this means after the GA. So if you want to come, we're going to meet right here in the middle.
North Lawn's on that street.
And North Lawn. Anyone who wants to come. I'm just trying to clarify because I was under the impression that we won a huge victory with the city today in saying that they'll support us, but I see language in this announcement that says we'll be off the lawn tonight, and I quote, every night from now on, and people have been sleeping on the lawn here for a long time. I think that's a collective decision. It's not something that people should just turn out a flyer about, and I want to continue that conversation. That's it.
I just wanted to address that real quick as far as my understanding at this moment of why we're being requested to sleep on the sidewalk. And it's because, that was what we agreed to from the beginning, because we're not supposed to be on city park property after 10 p.m. and the sidewalks are public space, 9 to 6, which, is not, it's great to sleep on the lawn. I have been enjoying not moving my tent. However, this is the issue that we're having, is that other advocacy groups in the state of California are now pressuring the state government to allow people to sleep inside all city parks at night, which, yes, some of us are supportive of, some of us may not be, I don't think anybody is not supportive of that, but you can at least understand probably why the state of California doesn't really want that, and here's the thing, as long as we're here, we're like this perfect example of, well, what you have to let us because you're letting them. And it's gonna increase the pressure that comes down on us from our local government, who has been so good to us. And I think that at least for the time being, we're likely to get, I believe that we're likely to get, you know, the permission to stay here on our own accord within the next couple of days. And so I would encourage you to sleep on the sidewalks for the next couple of days.
Food Committee. Quick update from the Food Committee. As you all know, the health inspector's been coming down on us, so far so good. Also, we have, I don't know if you guys know this, it's a really big secret, but we have an off-site kitchen that we've been using to make you guys 3 meals a day. However, the young man that is currently letting us use his off-site kitchen is going to be moving in about a week, so we need to find a new kitchen. If you have or know of a kitchen that is off-site, nearby, within driving distance, preferably within walking distance, that can allow us unlimited access from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day, and I really do just want one kitchen, so you have to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. Somebody has to give me a copy of their key or like something like that, or like be there every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to let me in, because we're not going to have like 7 kitchens. That's just unreasonable. So if anybody has a kitchen that they want to donate, please see me. This is very important. If you guys want to keep getting fed, then help me out with this.
How you doing? My name's Joe Dingman. I'm with a group of young leaders called Students Occupy LA. Now, what we are doing is centralizing the student movement for the occupation. And in order to do that, we have 3 dimensions. The first dimension is making it easy for students to get down here, and that is posting on our Facebook group, Students Occupy LA Public Transit Directions. Second, we want to start this sort of dialogue, this sort of discourse on our college campuses all over Southern California. In order to do that, we're looking for facilitators at various schools, and if you're willing to be a facilitator and you haven't joined our group yet, then you should join our Facebook group or find one of us. Third, we are coordinating professors and teachers to help students when they bring their work down here so they can join the occupation, because we are pro-education and we want educated citizens for our democratic environment. So that's the third dimension of what we're doing. In order to do all of this, in order to be the centralized committee for students, we are looking for the donation of one of those 4-post tents so that it's very clear that this group is here and ready to help college students from all over Southern California. So, if anybody can help us with that, talk to either us or the donations, and we hope to see your help. So, thanks a lot.
Hey everybody, I'm Dylan. I am starting a Chess for Peace affinity group. It's actually a club because that's what the chess people call it. But we're going to meet on Friday for the first meeting between 5:30 and 6. If I can get down here by 5:30, then that's when I'll be here, or earlier. So if you see me right here by the fountain, set up with some chess boards, we might move somewhere at some point. Come play a game if you want to learn. I teach it with an education company in the city, so I can teach you how to play. So come on down and play some chess for peace.
Fun committee. Mic check.
Hello everybody, my name is Richard, I'm from the Fun Committee Affinity Group. My name is James, I'm also from the Fun Committee Affinity Group. And this is Steven. This is Sparta! I just wanted to do that one time with this mask on, I'm sorry. He's from Keep It Real, but the Fun Committee has a liaison with the Keep It Real group, because we want to keep it real while we have fun, and we also want to have fun while we keep it real. So we communicate with each other. To tomorrow we are going to be having a march after GA down to Art Walk. We're going to go down Spring. We want everybody to come. We're going to go down Spring, turn left on 7th, and come back up Main. Sorry, I'm kind of tired, so I'm not very like all hypey tonight. But this is very serious march. We want everybody to come. Everybody that has instruments, anybody that has instruments, drums, we want that to be in the front. So make a note of it right now. Like tomorrow, get excited, drink your energy drink or whatever you need to do to like have energy after the GA, because we want to go through with lots of energy. A couple things to consider. There's 5,000. Mic check, please. Mic check. There's a couple things. There's gonna be a lot of people down there. So one of the things is that all the interaction with all the people is gonna be positive. That's the first and foremost thing. We're gonna be high-fiving people, saying hi, giving flyers, stuff like that. When we're crossing the street, when the thing goes 98765, you stop. People go, they wait for the next half. We're gonna obey all the crosswalk, all that stuff. Security's gonna escort us, and it's gonna be really, really fun. So I hope everybody comes. Thank you very much. Drummers, get ready.
Good evening, sisters and brothers. My name is Joseph Thomas. Earlier today, the social activist Ted Hayes and I had a very productive meeting, and we decided to form an African American affinity group. So, I would like to invite all of you who are African American or not, but those of you who support solving the multiplicity of problems that African Americans have, to join us. We have some very ambitious plans, and we very much would like you to be a part of it. So, again, my name is Joseph Thomas. Meet me over here at the bottom of the stairs, and I look forward to meeting you all. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, Thomas. Regina.
Hi, everyone. This is Regina, and I just wanted to say that today was a good day. There was a lot of direct action, and I told you before that there was going to be an autonomous action with the Southerners, but they come for support, full support of us. So, also in City Council today, I was there, and I did an testimony to the City Council that through the American Indian movement and through Peace and Dignity and through the Indigenous committees and all of the
you're not at all. Thank you.
United Nations, the sovereign nation here. Whether we're domiciled, I don't care. I'm aware that we're going to try to do that, so with your support. Also, we had today in the committee, there was at least 20 people that came to the meeting so that we could put on a production for you. And what it's going to be is the theater, our production through stand-up comedy, to teach you and to become familiar about what we are as Indigenous people, what we stand for. And so, anyway, so it's coming along. So thank you very much.
So last call for affinity group announcements. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Ballard. I have two affinity group updates. One is the production update, which is that there is, just for any of you that were not aware, everybody knows what a successful day it was in City Council, right? Can we get a power to the people? The first city in the world to support Occupy LA and Occupy Wall Street after 2,000 occupations worldwide. We are the first. We're also the first to be sustainable. We're the first to run off solar power. We're the first to be bringing in aquaponics, and we're the first, I think, well anyway, it's 12 days no arrests, but knock on wood, so let's make it to 13, everybody. Production's update is We still need cameras, iPads. In a couple days, we'll have the live feed from over here for the activist soapbox. And so check in with us. We'll have the sign-up sheet. And everybody, for your comments, thank you.
You want a cigarette?
And then we're switching to
got me a paper. I go, no paper.
That's right. The second is
Because you just never know.
Sovereign Nation of Freedom and Peace update. We got that crazy announcement 2 nights ago at the GA. The email from the International Pirate Party. Since then, the international response, because, you know, in case you thought nobody was watching what was going on here, we got emails from everyone. And this land used to belong 9,000 years ago. The land we're sitting on right now.
I got a banana. Hi, is this going to FDL? I'm talking to you right now. Nobody's answering.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Sorry, talking to the FCC.
At this time, we want to do it all together, and it's a bloodless revolution. And our intent is to give a piece of this land back to the Tongan people, a little tiny piece, because we don't have a lot of room. But in keeping with that update, the Tongan people, the elders, are sending delegates here to bless the land. We're holding this space. They would like to share it with us, so if we took it over as a sovereign nation, we could really live here forever. And we're going to talk at the TV about how that's possible, because we don't have time now. The update is we started the peace walk last night.
What were you going to do?
I was going to talk about the Beatitudes in the Sermon on the Mount.
About what?
The blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the earth. But we have a new Sermon on the Mount here, in that we believe that we are blessed just to be here. Blessed are the unemployed because they have a new career in supporting each other in this movement. Blessed are the gays, for we fight for love in a world of hate. Blessed are the immigrants, for their citizenship is a citizenship of courage for the future generations. Blessed are the unions, because nothing works without the workers. Blessed are those who stand up for others, because it's better to stand on your feet than to beg on your knees. Blessed are the activists, and blessed are those who go to jail for justice, because they break the chains of oppression. But I was running out of time.
We were not able to do the, sorry, because, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, thanks, I appreciate that. The candlelight vigil in honor of J.D. Roadmeyer and other victims of bullying last night, and so it will be taking place on sort of that area that's open in front of the North Steps tonight. You can follow the GA for anybody who'd like to come, light a candle, maybe say a few words, etc. So again, after the GA, candlelight vigil for J.D. Roadmeyer and other victims of bullying, Northside, thanks. And this will be our last event.
So that we are able to teach children of all ages, and that includes diapers, blankets, books for children of all ages, cleaning toys for children of all ages, papers, pillows, and workshops. Actually, we're really interested in doing one. Workshops for the parents, like really getting the kids involved as well. Shade structure would be really helpful also, because the tent was moving today, so that the kids can stay in the shade. So if you have donations, tents back there, or talk to me, especially about the workshops, we'd love to get you kids playing around with whatever else. So thank you.
The children are our future. And we do this thing. Moving right along to the beat. of the meeting of Virginia's subject. So we're going to go over real quickly how public votes are. Well, first, the agenda item, committee proposals, and for affinity proposals to be first. So, actually, the seven to come up and actually explain the process of our
Y'all hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah. Then we're going to open stacks for questions on clarity, which you go to these two people right here, Nadal and Rosanna. These are just for questions if you're confused or you don't understand something. Then we're going to take the temperature and see if we can reach a consensus. After a temperature check, we're going to ask if there are anybody who wants to speak to certain concerns or comment on the specific proposal. After which, we're going to see if the proposal. Can you all hear me? Okay, so after taking temperature the first time, after questions, we're going to open our stacks over here to concerns and comments about the proposal. The proposer is going to address those concerns.
I'm going to let you speak, but I'm not going to have the camera on.
Then we're going to see
It's about time that people started to notice that we started to wake up and realize that our country was being raped and pillaged by Wall Street, by big banks, and not only internationally but globally. And it's amazing that it took us this long. You know, and the fact that the far right has such a control over the things that need to happen for the middle-class Americans in this country has to change. The whole system has to change. It's just ridiculous the way that those things can be handled. So I think, I mean, and to answer your question specifically, I think it's a wonderful thing to see. I think it's a wonderful thing to have happen. I think it's growing exponentially. I mean, I've been down here since last Friday. Actually, since last Tuesday, or during my break hours. And I've seen it grow. I've seen the mobilization seem to take on a little more direction. And I think with time, you know, it'll continue to move, and then there'll be some specifics that'll be added. And I think we'll achieve our goals. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so real quickly,
that was a uniformed city employee. I'm not going to mention what agency he was with, but he was here in uniform, and he's been coming down every day on breaks or after work or before work. So, and he's one of the many people who have something to say about Occupy LA.
One more clap, actually, because we can get really contentious, but one more unity clap, you know, and I feel like it really welcomes everybody who comes up here. So please, one more clap. Action committee, please step up.
Hi guys, we've got 3 proposals tonight, so let's start with the first one. First one is 2 p.m. tomorrow. I know it's a little short notice, but it's a really cool, really exciting action. I'm going to break it down for you right now. Attorney Susan Daya has joined us in solidarity, and she's serving the Attorney General with a lawsuit, which is holding our Superior Court judges responsible for the conflict of interest and not representing the voices of people with regard to financial reasons on their respective benches, which have benefited big corporations and hurt the people. Basically, the document which is being served tomorrow requires the disqualification of every sitting judge in LA County who receives a benefit of any kind from the banks and the complete correction of judicial wrongdoing upon the people. Okay, so what is being asked of us? Yeah, this is already happening. We have been asked to join at the Supreme Court, which is at 111 Hill Street, which is like a block that way, at 2 p.m. Because that is the time and the location when all of these Superior Court counties are going to be served. So basically, they're getting served with these papers, and they'd like us to join them, so that it's a message that it's from we the people, it's from the 99%, that we are going to hold them responsible, we're going to hold them accountable, and we're going to require that we get fair practices within our judicial system, which is unaffected by the banks and by corporate money. So again, briefly, the proposal is, while the Attorney General is being served with a lawsuit tomorrow, which would disqualify every sitting judge in LA County who receives the benefit of any kind from a bank. We would be joining and rallying outside of the Superior Court tomorrow at 2. Yeah, as a contingent from Occupy LA, because the attorney, Susan Zaya, has joined us in solidarity, and it's a big part of why she is filing this suit.
Okay, I guess temperature check. But first, and before we move on to the vote, if anybody has any questions, please go up to Mr. Stacker, and the voter will take your question. Yeah, just questions. What is a benefit from a bank?
No, that's a different question. My understanding is financial benefits, whether it's an endorsement of that court. There have been a number of rulings within the county that have potentially unfairly favored banks or big corporations as opposed to the people, and this has been traced back to potential influence from bank money being used to influence these superior courts.
Next question, please. I don't know.
Curious, my friend called me today, told me she just lost her suit. My friend just lost her suit today. She's going to lose her house. She called me just a few minutes ago, told me. She was not even allowed to give her defense. She walked in, said her name, the judge ruled against her. That was it. She's in San Diego County. This won't affect her. This needs to be California-wide.
I completely agree with that, and it is my personal hope, and I would be happy to potentially speak with this attorney on behalf of Occupy LA, or maybe just on behalf of the few of us who feel that way, to try and turn that into a statewide lawsuit. However, tomorrow the action with which we have been what we've been proposed is to go, and this is an LA County court system. And it's already happening. You know, they're being filed with the papers anyway. They just would really like our presence there, and I would really like to support that, personally. I think it's really dope.
Now, one last call for questions, please. Thank you. So either stackers will take your questions, otherwise this will be the last question. Thank you.
My question is, if a bank has not shown itself to be demonstrably unethical, my question is, if a bank has not shown itself to be demonstrably unethical, would it be fair to that bank to deny the judge to have a, quote, benefit, unquote, from that bank? If a bank is a good bank, what's the problem about taking a benefit from that bank?
The problem, sorry, the problem with that, like, it's good. I love good banks that practice well. But the problem is that nonetheless, it's still big money and corporate money in our judicial system, which translates to me, at least loosely, to also our political system. And this is supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people. And corporations are not people. Banks are not people. And their dollars, whether they're good or bad, should not reign over people.
Temperature check. Okay. All right. We're now opening the stack to concerns. If you have any concerns, please go up to the stackers, and we will take a list of concerns, and then the proposer will address your concern.
Good. Can you hear me? Just something to think about. My concern, there is no such thing as a good bank, and I'll tell you why. If I was going to borrow money from any of you, I would not be able to dictate the terms of the interest rate. Banks, every bank by law dictates, has the terms of the interest rates dictated to them. They take the money from the 99%, and then they use it, and they invest it, and then they screw it up. They don't give us a good return for the money. So that's why.
We're addressing concerns about the actual action that okay. I've been running around. Cupcakes. Anybody? Cupcakes. No one's running.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Lucky Charms?
I'm not even a stoner.
Pardon?
I'm not even a stoner. What's your name?
I just want to say, well, my individual concern is that
And the hard hat, see?
it just has to do with individual actions.
A big ass banner they have out here today?
I know you.
Thank you. I was waiting till you recognize that. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Every time I see you, I see somebody I know.
You get around, don't you?
Yeah.
I love your tattoo. Henna? No, that's real.
That's real.
That's a similar one. That's
I'd like to address that as well. That's something that we
So wait, what are you doing here?
Protesting.
Do you come down every day?
Pretty much.
Really?
My union's down here.
What's your unit?
International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 11.
Is that in order to put the Occupy Los Angeles
Pretty
on
weird.
action,
I told Andre he should come down here.
Occupy LA
It would be good
action,
for him.
It's a great thing.
Signs that say, Occupy LA supports
Well, it's
this.
good to see you.
We're from Occupy LA and we're here. It needs to go through the GA because this is a community and this is a community
Some
which
Lucky Charms, all I got.
importance.
I love this, dude. Look at that.
So as such, we are
Origami? You know me. How you been?
that
What have you been up to?
I was working, and then I got laid off in June, July, and then I decided that I would try to go to Burning Man, and I did.
So you went to Burning Man?
I welded a 35-foot unicorn art car.
No, you did the unicorn car? I heard about that.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Wow.
That was me. I was the main welder on it. They bought me a ticket, probably paid my camp fees, and said, get your ass up there. I had no intention of going. I just wanted to volunteer with the group. Here you go.
Thank you.
And they paid my group. But I was the main welder.
So you were laid off.
Yeah.
And then you did Burning Man, and now you're here.
Yeah.
You're camping?
Tonight I just set my tent up.
You probably have to move it to the sidewalk.
Join us as Occupy LA.
No one wants to get
I am my first time, it'll be the last. I know how to get out of those plastic cuffs real easy. You know, are they gonna arrest me? I'll make the cop that cuff me look like a freaking jackass. They're like, oh, these came off, and they'll put them on again. I'll be like, these came off again. What's up, guys? Instructions are on the handles. It's real easy to get out of them. Just need a little bit. I'm a construction worker.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's work?
Work sucks.
What do you think would make it better?
Jobs. Give me a fucking shovel and I'll go across the street and start digging my electrical trench. It sucks. It's been sucking for the union.
Why?
Because the banks won't release the money to the contractors. Contractors can't hire the subcontractors. Subcontractors can't call the union hall and say, I need electricians. It's that simple. The whole bullshit here about there's no purpose. Well, maybe there's not a purpose for people, but it's like the whole Wall Street reformation for economic justice / equality. That's pretty standard. That's what I want. I mean, people are like, the unions are trying to hijack. It's kind of hard to hijack when you're going to the same fucking destination. This has been our fight for 120 years. Welcome aboard. The reason these kids have this platform is because they're like, you see that clean, fresh, golden glow aura in them when they're fighting dragons and they don't know any better and they're in over their head, and that's what's crazy about it. The unions have been doing this shit for a long time.
Oh yeah.
So we're not hijacking it. We're just here to support it. That's why I have my iPod. When I start hearing the anti-union bullshit, I just put that on. Yeah, I'm a little recluse right now. I know I'm the ambassador for RBW when they're not here. So.
Yeah, I saw a member of the Uniformed Services of Los Angeles here. I'm not going to mention what life-saving activities he might be involved in, but he was here. He comes down here all the time. Yeah, he didn't want to be on camera, but he did speak.
Hopefully well.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
Really cool guy. Really cool guy.
Oh, and I've been growing a lot of weed.
We're live.
I've been growing a lot of medicinal marijuana, also known as weed.
Okay. Well.
Legally, I'm totally legit. I'm with the collective.
What do you think about what's been going on with medical marijuana, shutting down the
They voted for Cooley.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're going to get?
Yeah, but I mean, it's happening all over the state.
I know it is, and they're busting them up north.
Yeah, but what's weird is that what they're going after is the money and people making all that cash off of it.
People ain't making a bunch of cash, let me tell you.
Really?
The most cash I made was cutting clones. LA is a buyer's market, man. Especially right now. You get all the natural influx. I don't grow indoors. It's too expensive. I grow outdoors.
Right.
So I have my 12 plants and let Mother Nature do their thing. And
medicinal.
It is. It's a plant, right? All the conservatives. What is it? Genesis chapter 13. God said, I give you all seed-bearing plants for your use. What's funny is that what's funny is that the DEA says there's no medicinal value of it, but yet the U.S. Department of Health and Human Resources has the patent on it.
So,
and you can look that up.
Let's change the subject a little bit.
I love you.
What
all these
I know you
actions
do.
out there. I'm not going to block this. I'm just going to whatever.
Have you seen when you've been down here? What do you think? Do you think that there's going to be change from this movement?
It has to be. Has to be. There has to be.
This week's almost every GA, and I have this response almost every GA. And I'm
people
going to
waking
say
up.
again. I would really love to have a list of demands
I had to send in
with which
proof
to
of
work.
purchase.
This
was not like a pick it up at your store.
Okay, please, sir, don't do that.
What's going on in the meeting?
Excuse me, we have to have respect for the person that's speaking. If you'd like to come up and speak, please put your name on the stack. Please. Thank you.
Got him in.
Anyway, once again, our model here is Wall Street, and we're standing in solidarity with Wall Street. They do 2 actions a day. They don't have demands yet either. We are here, we are taking action, not anything specific necessarily, not any specific endorsement of any groups, of any demands. We have not made any demands through our actions, but instead we are supporting change, we are supporting fairness in the judicial system, in the corporate banking system, and for the plight of the 99%. Anything that affects us, particularly which affects us in an economic light, which this most definitely does, because it is an issue of bank money affecting the judicial system. These are the actions which we are taking. If any of you, I mean, I would encourage all of you to come to the Action Committee meeting. We meet at 4 o'clock on the north stairs, the other side of the building. And if you have different kinds of actions you'd like to propose, if you have issues, if there's a different route you think we should go, we'd love to hear your concerns. But in the meantime, we're taking action, and we're taking because otherwise we're stagnant. Otherwise we're sitting here in our tents and we're not accomplishing anything. I'd like to take a temperature check right now. I'm sorry. Temperature check. I'd like to call for any hard blocks.